I'm sitting in Lehigh's office in our conference room, our large conference room, at the head of a 15-foot long conference table that we use to assemble bids. Mention the word bid day to a general contractor, especially those like me that have been around prior to the advent of the fax machine and the emails, and you will sort of invoke this memory of just total craziness as in the hours leading up to the time that the bid is due, the phone is just literally ringing off the hook with subcontractors and vendors, at times hundreds of them, trying to get their bids into you over the phone. So you're fielding calls, you're answering questions, you're writing down bids, and then you've still got to get them all into the bid form so you can get the bid turned in on time. So when I originally contemplated coming back to Buffalo, I was in conversations with my dad, who was encouraging me to come back because I was a little disgruntled with the job that I was in, and he thought there was an opportunity to do something here in Buffalo. And I sort of envisioned that. We both envisioned it, doing it together. But due to some legal implications, we got some good advice that it would be best if I just struck out on my own. So my dad never had any financial interest in Lehigh Construction Group, but I like to say he had a lot of personal interest in it. So when we started out the business, it was just me and a secretary. So I would have a bid due at Thursday at 2 o'clock, and I'd be stressing out because it is pretty crazy. And invariably around noontime in our old office over on North Buffalo Street, it was an old house, second floor. We had a couple of rooms in the second floor of an old house that had been converted to an office. Maybe around lunchtime when a bid's due at 2 o'clock, I'd hear the door open and here's my dad ambling up the stairs, and he'd walk in and say, "Oh, I was in the area and I figured I'd just stop in and see if I could help out." Well, his office was nowhere near Orchard Park, so there was really no way he was in the area, but anyways, he stopped over and he would help. And he would calm me down, and he would tell me how things needed to be done, and we'd be very organized about how we get all these numbers put in onto our final bid form. And he just had a very calming effect on me, and it taught me a little bit about how to run bid day. So in future years, when we were in our previous office to this, and then even in this office, I would be that guy around the table with an estimator who was kind of freaking out because there was no way we were ever going to get this thing done. And as I was sort of talking them through it, talking our team through it, I really kind of heard my dad's voice in the things that I was saying. So I could probably do the Lehigh 30 on just things that I've learned from my dad about this business, but I guess what he kind of taught me about bid day was something that I thought I wanted to include in the